Hello, this is David Deshane, and I want to welcome you to the Contractor Estimate Pro training series. We're going to get started with adding the company information. On some of these, I've gone ahead and added some information just to try to keep the videos down to a short length. We'll start in with the company information. First of all, you're going to need to log in, and you use always your username and password, which is admin. And you can also change this real simple by going up to the users and changing the admin password. Right now it's just in as admin. You can add a different email address, systems first and last name, system administrator, or you can make a new one, which you can also go like this, close this, add user, and you can name these as well. So you put your name, password, email address, first and last name for each of your salespeople or yourself, and click on active and hit the save button. That's how you set up all the users. Very simple. A lot of the stuff is self-explanatory, but I'm just going to go through to give you a little bit of insight of how this all goes together. Now, the company information, I went ahead and put some of the information in just to save on some of the time on the video. Name, company name, address. This is if you have a first and second address. The city, the state, and the zip code, of course, the country. Phone, fax. You're going to need it required to make sure to put that stuff in. And the email address, website. You have the website and your email. So both of those are in. Also your company logo. This is going to be tagged and put into your contracts for each one of them. Hit the browse button. Just keep track of wherever you have your logo and just click it in. And job text and estimate text. These are some of the things we talked about in the first video. If you have any changes you want to make, you can certainly read through these and go ahead and just copy and paste these in. These will be tagged on every estimate you do, and when you roll the estimate into a job, it's going to have that text as well. So hit the save button. Everything's done. That's a one-time install. You won't have to do that again. Some of the setup things also in here, configuration with your database, your server. If you store this file, you can install this on a server or a computer that you're going to log into and everyone's going to share the same. This is a multi-user program, so you can use this for everyone in your office, anyone in your local area network to have access to this. You simply browse to where the file is, go to wherever you have it stored on your system, your C drive, and you'll see the file that says data, and there it is. So that's your database, and you just double click on that, and that's the file that it's always going to link to. You'll see confirmation that's been updated and close. Everything's in there. Some of the other setup features are going to be your pick list. Letter categories. If you have letters for any of your customers, you can put these in. Collection letters, and that's simple. Go through, put the number in. These are all going to be tagged in sequential order, so each 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. If the next one you're going to make, you just go add category, make it number 5, and just name it whatever you want. And that'll save the template category for the letters in your email system. And when you get into the email, you'll see that those letters are already in there. If you want to add one, you can just set this up and set it right to a customer. So there's no having an issue with setting up these proposal acceptance, and go ahead and send these things right out. I'm just going to shrink this down so you'll be able to see where you set this. Add a template, edit a template, and it's easily done right through this template editor. Also the setup, we've got some pick list, another one, product categories. Any of your products that you have in the system, whatever you're using for a contracting business, whether it's product for your building contractor, drywall, electrician, plumber, heating contractor, paving contractor, painting contractor, it's all the same type of setup. You'll add a product description category and put the product in, put the product name, the ID. Most of these are all categorized, so if there's anything that you want separate in your system, just put those in, and you'll be able to link to those as well. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the next one, which will be the job types. Any of these things that you're going in, roofing, siding, whatever you're doing, excavating, add a job type. Very simple. Just put the information in, hit save. And setting all this stuff is going to take you a little time. It'll take you a little time to get it all set up, but once it's done, you don't have to do it again. Estimate types, status, if the job was sold or it's pending, And once again, it's all in sequential order, 1 through 3 on these. Estimates approved. You know, once you get familiar with the software, at first it might be a little overwhelming, but don't really. This is a real powerful piece of software, but it's easy to use. We made sure to make it easy for everybody. Job status, once you sell the job, it's in progress, completed, you know, and so forth. You want to put any other job status list description in there, go right ahead. Now for the pick list on the payment terms, it's very standard, 10-day through 30-day net, and due upon receipt. Any of the stuff you can allow for vendors or customers, and you can change the order if you want to add a new payment term. Again, you know, pretty simple for customers or suppliers, use of suppliers. All those are right there for you. Setting up with the event types. These are the things with measurements or demolition or anything that you're doing on any of your jobs, whether it's a boiler installation or you're setting up a painting spray out. Whatever the job is all on the edit type list. Also, we've got the unit of measurements. We just put a few in here to give you a little bit of you know, something to choose from. Again, sequential order, you know, square foot, whatever measurement you're usually doing. Most of it's either by the foot, square foot, or each, if it's a unit for each, you know, plumbing boot or some pipe, copper pipe or something. Let's get into the letters. And again, we touched on this earlier with doing some of the letter stuff. This is all, I'm just going to go through some of this stuff to give you a little more feedback and insight on this. So you add in a template, you're going to put it in. Again, you need to just go ahead and write. The template's more of a, this is more of a, like an editor like you would on a Word or a word process editor. And it's all in here. You want to send this stuff out, you save it, go through it, make all the changes you want. And each time you do this, it's going to be a one-time thing. You're not going to have to do this again as well. Everything is a one-time setup. It's like money in the bank. So basically, you know, once you get it all set up, it's done. Okay, the pick list, unit of measurements, users. We went through the user list. I'm just going to go through these to make sure I covered everything. Supplier, product. Okay, that's all in there. Let's go into the search feature. Anytime you have someone or a product you're searching for, you simply can, my screen here on the laptop's a little small, just got to get that adjusted. Okay, there we go. So anytime there's an estimate status and something that's going on in the system, it's going to all light up over here on the right-hand side. You'll see that everything comes in. Let's just say there's one setup estimate was created and it was done in March. You're going to see it over here on the right-hand side. And if you hit the refresh button up here, it's going to refresh the whole system and bring it all in for you every time. So you have 20 estimates out. You're going to have the whole list of them down here on the right. Very quick search. You want to print the stuff off and send it to your printer. If you're tracking some of your estimates for your sales guys or people in your administrative office, they can keep an eye on everything and make sure everything's going well. Now, supplier list. This is basically your supplier list, all the people that you buy products from. You know, we put some basic stuff in here for you with a zip code, fax, country, all the things that are required. We just put this as a template, so it'll show you how you should put up everything, put all the information in. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You put the builder's name, your company name for supplier, your company address that you're buying for suppliers. You can zip code, fax, website, the terms. If you want to add a product, you click on Add Products, and I'm going to show you we've put one product in, which includes you have the drag down menu, whatever the supplier is. So every product you put in, whether it's going to be a landscape product category, whichever category you set up, building contractor category, put a SKU number. Keep track of, like, if you have like 0.11 or, you know, whatever products you're putting in, whether you're putting in, say, some sewer pipe and you've got some 8-inch water pipe, or an excavating contractor or a painting guy that has 10 different colors of paint. You want to keep track of them. You go with the SKUs, put those in there, description, unit cost, and unit of measurements. And, you know, it's either each, case, square foot, or whatever you want to put in there. Now, I did put one product in here just to show you. This was one that I had. It's basically a shingle sample we put in. Pick the supplier, building product category. the SKU, example SKU in there temporarily. Unit cost 252.5, unit price, it's cost per unit, unit price. We want to add photos, which is the same thing that I just did here, and I'll just open this up so you can see it. We added the image. I tagged it for the customer or product. So if you're doing a customer image, you're going to see when we put a customer in, this is just a product image, and it will be tagged to anything that you use for that product. So anytime that you use this type of shingle or this product desert tan, it's going to keep track of that product. So anything that you put in here, it's going to be tagged for that as well. Save, and we'll close this up. So this is category 107, product ID 107, and every time that it uses that, it's going to be 107. And I think it's down here under product category 107. You can change it whatever you want to do on the product category, and that can be done right up here. Setup, and we're going to go to products and product category 107. Let's see where that one was put in. I believe that was put in under building supply. You'll have a list of products to put in. So each time you have a new customer, you're picking products out of the pick list, and I'm going to show you that on this next video coming up. So we'll see you in the next video.